Good morning, guys! This is IMO here, coming to you super excited for this video. Today I'm going to be doing a SZA inspired, Kim inspired, lime green, neonish yellow hair color. But I'm going to be trying a new color method I just learned called the watercolor method. So I've seen this before, like I think last year in someone's video, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool. It looks professional, probably can't afford that color, probably some like stylist only color. And then I started like watching more videos, and like earlier this year some people like coloring their hair in the pot, and I'm like, wait, they're just using regular hair color that I have at home. So why am I spending hours letting my hair, going through my hair with the brush up and down, and then letting it sit overnight? Whereas they're coloring their hair in like 20 minutes in this super easy fashion, might as well try it. So the thing is, that was like in March. I have been booked and busy, honey, up until right now. This is like my only free, somewhat light month, and I'm super excited about it. So I've been doing lots of hair stuff. I'm finally gonna film one. I'm so excited about it. So the plan today is just to use the water hair color method, and then that was loud. So I'm the kind of person that I only like work when I get inspired and I get new ideas. So when Kim first posted her like neonish, like pastel-y, orangey. When Kim first posted her neon-y, yellowish green color, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm gonna probably like recreate that with like a little bit like, you know, some deeper tones, but it's cool. It was cute. And then SZA came and freaking broke the internet with her hair color, with green color, and I was like, yep, this is the color. I'm gonna do this. And I was sold. So literally since then I've been like finding time, making everything ready, so I'm officially ready to film. So today, what you're gonna need are, of course, hair color. I'm using the Kiss Titanium Lime Green. I got two just to be safe. We have that. I'm also using the Kiss Electric Yellow because I wanna do like two tones, like a limeish green and like a neon yellow, like a nice smooth ombre transition. That's my plan. You're also gonna need some clear bowls. I got two of these because I'm doing two tones. I got these from Family Dollar, honestly, for like $3. You can get them cheaper at Dollar Tree. I wish I had one close to me, but I don't, so I got two of those. You're gonna need some combs. You need some combs. I have some combs right here. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna use yet, but I just have a couple just so I'm not running back and forth, just so I have everything I need here with me. Some gloves, which I have over there. You're gonna need some coloring bowls. So I was going to be bougie and get some official coloring bowls from the store, but I got there, got everything I need, and then I forgot the coloring bowls. But it's okay, because this is the thing I made. I use some regular old Tupperware. Any bowl would work. One bowl if you use one color. Since I'm doing two tones, I need two bowls. Like literally any bowl would work. I don't have anything fancy. And don't worry guys, I don't eat with this. This is just for coloring hair. I got two of those. And you're going to need some white conditioner. Whenever I get the chance, I always use my hair color conditioner, just because hair color on its own, yeah, it's not bleach, but it is very damaging. When you use conditioner, you get some sort of protection with this new conditioner. Sometimes you can always do that if you want the color to be true to the color, but in cases like this where you're doing like a pastel color or like a light color, white conditioner is your friend. And then of course we have the hair. I am going to be using hair from my line, so I'm using the Ivy Minx Collection Minx Platinum. This comes in straight and body wave, so I'm using the straight today. This is the hair, super sleek, silky, super flowy, beautiful. I'm using 3 bundles. It's so pretty, guys. It's such pretty hair. And then I'm using a frontal, of course, because I don't flush that much anymore. It's a pre-plucked frontal. I mean, as in, I pre-plucked it. I typically pluck my hair before I actually start coloring or styling, and then I do the finishing touches after. So it's already plucked, but I'm probably going to do more touches once the makeup's already made. But yeah, that's all you need, guys. All you need. I mean, you need some boiling water, but besides, like, as far as like things, that's all you need. So what you're going to need to do is fill the 2 bowls, or if you're using one bowl with like sink hot water. My sink doesn't get too hot, so I'm going to be using sink water and then also some boiling hot water mixed together. So you want the water to be hot enough to where it's hot, like not like scorching hot, because your hands will go. So don't burn your hands. So hot enough to where it's hot, but like don't keep your hands protected, keep your hands safe. So I'm gonna get some water. I'll come right back. Okay. Hey guys, I realize that I speak super fast, and I'm trying to work on it, but I just can't help it sometimes when I get excited. I speak really fast. So I'm gonna put everything I use in the description box below, so you can actually so those that didn't hear me, you can actually get the information in the video, and it's in the description box below. Also, I'm filming outside because the weather is really nice and the the lighting was good. I mean, Mother Nature be going back and forth in Indiana, so why not utilize the weather that we have now while I have it before it's winter tomorrow? Okay, so alright, let's get started. Hey guys, so here you see me with my 2 tubs of water, about slightly more than halfway full. I actually would recommend using a little bit less, but we can get into that later in the video. So I'm just taking the lime green hair color and mixing that with some conditioner. So when you traditionally color hair, the goal is to get the mixture of conditioner and hair color to be the color of the hair you want. So here I was just kind of trying to dilute the color to make it more lime green. But in the watercolor method, I later discovered that the water really does dilute the color very well. So you actually don't need the conditioner. So you can skip this step, but I would still recommend adding a little bit of conditioner to your mixture just to get the hair moisturized while it's in the water, and then eventually just adding conditioner straight from, eventually just adding hair color straight from the tube. So here I'm mixing the yellow color with the conditioner. The yellow color was quite intimidating at first because it was very dark looking, so I ended up having to mix a bunch of conditioner in there. Again, like I said earlier, you actually don't need to do that much because the water really does dilute that yellow color a lot. But I wasn't aware up until I got to that part. So now you know. I would still recommend, again, using some conditioner just to get some conditioner in the water. But I would probably just stop right here, and then from here on out, just stop pouring directly from the color bottle into the water instead of like trying to mix that yellow to be really, really light neon yellow. But I did that anyway, just because I didn't know better at the time. So here you see me with that yellow color, just kind of struggling with the conditioner, just trying to get it to be as light as possible. Again, that's not necessary. I know that now, but at the time I thought it was. But I've left this in just to show you that you see I'm mixing a little bit of green into the yellow, just because I do want a nice smooth transition from the lime green to like the neony limeish yellow, so not just like a straight yellow. So I do keep that consistency of me mixing the yellow with some lime green color just a little bit, just to get some greenish yellow in there. It took a whole bunch of conditioner just to get that yellow to become really, really pastel and light. So this was kind of just futile at this point, but I'm just trying to show you my struggle so you guys can learn from me. I would just kind of skip this part. So here I'm just unraveling my bundle because you really want to make sure that color gets in every strand of the hair. So if you keep the bundle wrapped up while you do this, it might not be possible to do that. So I'm just unraveling my bundle, getting the comb and just combing through and make sure there are no tangles, because if you can avoid tangles, why not? If not, why not? So I'm just combing it through and making sure there's no tangles. I'm starting to mix the conditioner / color mixture with the water now, and you can start to see really quickly how the yellow did not work out very well, just because it has so much conditioner in there. The conditioner made the color really clump up into like little clumps, as you can see, and that made it really, really hard for the color to dissolve in the water. And that's again just because I had way too much conditioner in there. So I would just recommend, again, using very little, and then after using a little bit, just stop pouring color straight from the bottle. I had the same issue with the green color actually, but it was slightly less because that one had less conditioner. But you still see there's some clumping, and it was just kind of hard to mix. So I would recommend just stopping at this point here, and then from now on, when you want to add color, just add from the bottle. So here I'm just doing some more mixing. You're trying to make sure that color dissolves, which was very, very difficult. But yeah, just me mixing away here. As with everything with color, I would always recommend using a test strand, like a test strip, just to see what you're doing. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just taking a little piece, putting it in the yellow, sensing what it looks like. So as you can see, it really did not color the piece at all. That's because that yellow was pretty much water and conditioner. There really wasn't much color in there because the conditioner really diluted the color. So at this point, it was when I wised up and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pour from the bottle. And that really made a big difference. So I just pour from the bottle. I was being very timid at first and using just a little bit, which I would recommend just because
You can always add more color to hair, but it's really difficult to subtract color. So I would recommend just adding from the bottle, but little by little at first, just until you get a hang of it. Then you get used to how much amount you should be adding. But yeah, when I started adding from the bottle, as you can see, I got slightly more color in the hair, but I would still need to add more because that water was still very dilute. However, on the green, I did get a nice greenish hue. You guys will see when I actually put it in and leave it in for a while. There was a greenish hue once I took it out, but it still wasn't very potent. It still wasn't very colored. So I would still recommend, again, pouring from the bottle, which is what I did. So here I'm just mixing away and then pouring from the bottom, making sure that water just gets some actual color. So I completely apologize that you missed some clips of the video. I was recording outside. My camera had gotten overheated and I had no idea until I got up to check the footage. So all you see me doing here is pretty much just dipping the end of the hair, the bottom half, into the conditioner, the water and yellow color mixture, and I have the roots, the parts closest towards the track, actual sew track, in the green bucket. I decided to do this like all at once, to do multiple ones at a time. Knowing what I know now, I probably would recommend against that only because I don't think you see that much time. I think focusing on one bundle and just kind of going from there, you get as much. You probably would spend as much time. And I think the best way to do this process is truly to put some color in the water, put the hair in, swirl it on for a little bit, 5-10 minutes, take it out. But if you want more color, put more color in there, put the same hair back in, or if the hair is good, put the next bundle back in. I don't think letting the hair just chill in the water for hours or for like 30 plus minutes does anything. Once the hair has been in the water and has gotten the color, it's pretty much done. As you can see from the green hair, that had been in there for I think about 20 minutes, and you can see it really has taken that color very well. And at that point, that water is pretty much done. So what you need to do is put more color in that water before putting more bundles in there. I wasn't aware of this, so I just kept putting it in one bundle. I wasn't aware of this, so I just kept putting it in the same water. But that water, right now, it's not going to do much. It needs more color. So again, I was trying to save room, so I just moved everything over to the green bucket, added more yellow. Again, I'm being very, very like timid with my yellow because I don't want to get too yellowy. But yeah, I added a couple more yellow. I think I added a couple more drops in there. Then I moved back the hair. So, and I do think that's the best way to do it. Once you put a new color in, put the hair in, swirl it around a little bit, let it get in the water. And once that's done, it's pretty much as I observed the color. You would need to put more color in before putting another bundle. And that's how I think is the best way to do this. And as I was saying, you see me putting some more color in the water, mixing it around, letting it get all mixed in, and then transferring the hair into the bucket. And it's honestly a very simple process. Hair color into the water, hair into the mixture, swirl a little bit around, take it out. And then if you want more color, put more color. So it's actually a very simple, easy to grasp process. And that's the final result. At least, maybe not final, but preliminary result. This is a better view of me working with the yellow color. As you can see, at this point, I had stopped being so generous because the yellow it looks really dark orange, but it's not. Once it gets into the water, it becomes really, really mild. So again, I recommend going at your own, at the pace you feel comfortable with. But at that point, since I had done a couple rounds, I knew adding 5 or 6 drops wasn't going to do much. So yeah, you see me mixing the color with the water, and then adding, again, it's very important. You see me adding little tiny bits of green just because I want the color to be a nice neon slime type green fading to a nice neony slimish yellow. So I do still want like a greenish hue in the yellow. Also of importance, the darker color of the hair will not get covered by lighter color. And what I mean by that is it is okay to dip the entire hair into yellow color because the yellow color would not override the green color. However, if you were to do the same thing in the green bucket, your whole hair will turn green. So as you can see, you see me comfortably dipping the green color, the hair into the yellow bucket, and then you guys can't hear, but over there I was freaking out because my hair had fallen all into the green bucket, which is not what I want because it accidentally fell in. So the green will overshadow your yellow because it's darker, but the yellow will not touch your green because it's lighter. So the yellow will only affect the bottom portion where it's already yellow. So I pretty much started from this point with just the hair really into the yellow bucket, but I was trying to be very careful with the green. But again, it happened because I was doing multiple things at a time. The hair kept falling into the green, which again, it happened. It was okay. It wasn't what I ideally wanted, but there were some strands towards the end that were kind of greenish instead of being completely yellow. But it's okay. So this is just a continuation of the process I was doing before. I'm going to show you guys how the hair is turning out. This is like a really good view. You can see the nice green to yellow transition. It's really, really smooth and effortless, and I love that. This bundle right here is still not as green as I would like in the top, so that went for another swim in the green bucket a little bit after this, but you can see the nice smooth transition from the green to the yellow. And I do think a watercolor, even though I think you could do this by hand as well, but watercolor does really give you that nice smooth transition. Like this bundle I think was really, really good at showing that. You see the nice yellowish, but the yellow still had a hint of green, which is what I wanted. Was you see me, I was putting 2 drops of green in there, but you see a nice smooth transition from the green to the yellow. Fly with me, ride with me, fly with me, baby. This is just me showing you guys more clips of the hair looking bomb, basically. Like the color transition was just really, really nice, and I just loved how it looked coming out of that yellow water. So I wanted to show you. Again, like I said, it's okay to put the entire hair in the yellow water. The yellow water will not affect the green. But do not do this in the green water, because you will have green hair all around. But if that's what you want, of course, go for that. But yeah, you see that it's a really nice transition from that darker green, darker lime green, to that nice, subtle pastel yellow. And this is, I think, is the best view. I was being extra smooth with it too, and you can see, like, I love this part of the video, just the nice transition of colors. I think this is the frontal. Yeah, there's the frontal. As you can see, again, I will discuss this later, but the lace is untouched. The knots are a little bit touched. I mean, the knots are green, pretty much. But again, that's fine for me because I like hair to be the same color root to tip. And also, if I get bothered by it, I can always fix it with some like concealer at the roots. But yeah, you see that nice fade and that nice transition between the 2 colors, and it's perfect. And the knots were and the lace itself was completely untouched. So yeah, just some more tantalizing hair views. So here's the completed project, just kind of chilling in my bathroom saying this is a better view of the color. Here it's just kind of drying outside because my balcony is my studio. And this is how much shedding I got. I wanted to be real with you guys. That's the shedding.
Hey guys, so I had to put a hat on because it was hot outside. It was literally just fall last week. Now it's summer again. I'm not complaining because I will choose summer over fall any day. So update, I apologize if this video was super choppy. My poor little baby camera could not stand the heat. Literally, it would cut off every 6 minutes when I was filming, and I wouldn't even know sometimes. I would just keep talking and keep doing stuff, and then I will go check the camera, and then it hasn't been on for like 10 minutes. So I would bring it in, let it cool down, bring it back out there, but my camera could not take the heat. It just kept cutting in and out, and I didn't feel like moving my entire equipment back inside. So I didn't capture every moment of everything, but I do think I got the most important parts, and you can very much follow along with the video. And the video is definitely much of a tutorial / experiment. So we're both learning together. So I do think you can definitely get some learning points from this. So let's get the hair. This is the final turnout. This is the frontal. Ooh, this camera is not doing it justice at all. Maybe it's delaying. I'll attach pictures at the end so you can actually get an appreciation of what it actually looks like. But definitely, it looks super bright on camera. It is not that bright, and it definitely has the ombre effect that I wanted. one. So this perfectly had the ombre that I wanted. It was just green at the top, straight into the yellow, no additional excess green at the bottom. Just final tips, my lace is completely stain free, but definitely my knots are green. So on one hand, it's good because you're missing it, but on the other hand, your knots are green. Personally, I don't mind my knots being green. I think I like how my hair will be ugly from throughout. I actually like it that way. And if I'm too bothered, I can just put some conditioner. I can just put some concealer in the roots and call it a day. So I'm not really too pressed about that it's green, but the lace itself is not stained, and that is lovely. Okay. So at this point, I literally just run it through some water and it's technically all done. You don't have to shampoo it. I wouldn't actually recommend shampooing it, but I would recommend doing like a deep conditioning session, or at least like a quick co-wash, just because in my opinion your bundles can never have too much moisture. So I'm just gonna give you guys some more final like tips and tricks that because I made some mistakes, and I want you guys to avoid making those mistakes. First of all, I have way too much water in my buckets. I would use half as much water, just because the water ended up drowning the color, so I had to keep putting more and more and more. And the whole point was to save money and use less color. That wasn't very helpful, so I would recommend just using half as much as I did. You need about this much just to make sure your hair can be completely saturated, but not much more, honestly. So tip number one, use less water. So for the yellow is really intimidating, but it's actually not that scary, because I was mixing with that conditioner for a while just to get to that tone. I wouldn't even bother. I just think once you pour some conditioner into the yellow, just a little bit, just so you can get some conditioner in the mixture, pour that in the water, and after that first scoop, I would just pour from the bottle straight into the water. The water really does dilute that yellow down. The key though is to make sure it's really mixed well, and it's all one shade, because when you put the hair in and it's not mixed well, you will get splashes of yellow dots all over your hair, and that is not what you want. So just make sure it's really mixed well, put it in, and also it's trial and error. You can just put a little bit in first, put your hair in. If it's not enough, put more, because you can always make your hair darker or more vibrant, but you cannot make the color go away, at least not easily. So I would recommend just going step by step, putting yellow from the tube. Don't wait. Don't like after the first time you add conditioner, don't add more, because conditioner just makes it really diluted, and the water was way too much. So it's not gonna do much. It's not gonna do much. So any more tips? Yeah, I think honestly my main two tip is one, use less water, two, one at a time, because I was trying to think I was be fast and be quick, and I just ended up making a mess on the balcony, and I ended up making a mess because the hair kept falling into the green water. And I just feel like if I had paid attention to one bundle at a time, I would have been able to do that and then move on to the next.
This is the final result. So here I literally just I dried the hair, made the wig, and just let it be. I haven't styled it at all, but you can see the color looks bomb AF. I really like this. I cannot wait to style it and slay, but oh man, I can't wait. But right now I have school, so this hair will be in the back burner for a little bit, but yeah, this is the final result. I really love it. Hope you love it too.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you know anyone who's your friends who would love videos like this, or like just hair videos or makeup videos, or just fun lifestyle videos, definitely let them know at my page and fill them over. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day.